Good morning everyone. We are starting with the solution of final accounts of banking company. The name of the bank is Ashok Bank Limited. In the last lecture, I have explained to you the entire question of Ashok Bank Limited. Now we are starting with the format with the solution. The first page will be Form A. Form A, please see everyone. I have written heading, the name of the bank, Ashok Bank Limited. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. You have to make the column particulars, schedule number as on 31st March 2020. On one full page you have to make this. You have to write the format which I have given you in the previous lectures. Capital and liabilities, share capital, schedule number 1. You have to keep the column empty of amount. Then reserve and surplus, schedule number 2. Deposits, schedule number 3. Borrowings, schedule number 4. Other liabilities and provisions, schedule number 5. Then go for assets, cash and balance with RBI, schedule number 6. Balance with other banks and money at call and short notice, schedule number 7. Investments, schedule number 8. Advances, schedule number 9. Fixed assets, schedule number 10. Other assets, schedule number 11. Again total you'll write there. Contingent liability, schedule number 12. Bills for collection, you have to put dash. So just make the format and keep, and for the amount column you will put it blank, because you have to calculate the schedules in detail for that, and then you have to transfer the amount. Because in the previous question I have explained to you the entire sum like that. Now we start with the Form B. We have completed with the Form A format. Now we are writing Form B. The heading of the Form B is Profit and Loss Account for the year ended 31st March 2020. It's nothing but profit and loss account. You have to make the columns particulars, schedule number, year ended 31st March 2020. The first one is income. Under that, interest earned, schedule number 13. Amount column is kept empty. Other income, schedule number 14. Amount column is kept empty. Total, caps A, capital A, you will write in the bracket. Second is expenditure, interest expended, schedule number 15. Operating expenses, schedule number 16. We know that there are total number of schedules, schedule number 1 to schedule number 16, both covering balance sheet as well as profit and loss. After continuation of that, after completion of expenditure till 16 schedule, you have to write provision and contingencies under that. In that two things will come, RDD plus provision for taxation. If these two things are given in the adjustments, you have to transfer that amounts. Then you'll write the total as B in the bracket. Then third part will be profit and loss. Under that, net profit for the current year you will take. In the bracket you just write and keep A minus B. And then last year profit and loss, that will be given in the trial balance. So that one you have to take. Again total you will write and keep. Fourth will be appropriations. Under that, transfer to statutory reserve fund. Again in the bracket you have to just keep it as 20%. Whenever we solve this calculation later on, you have to take it. And again you will write down balance carried to balance sheet. You have to leave it empty. So please understand, whenever you start the sum, you have to make the format of Form A, that is nothing but balance sheet, and Form B, that is nothing but profit and loss. Just write the format and keep completely. Then later we will start with the schedules. Again I will start with the revision. We have done with the Form A as balance sheet, Form B as profit and loss. On one full page we have written the formats. Now next slide is the schedules. We know that there are totally 16 schedules. So you have to make the columns, all the schedules till 16. You have to study the schedules very well, and step by step you have to solve it. So first schedule number is share capital. You can see in the slide, schedule number 1 is what? Share capital. Now in share capital there is authorized share capital. Authorized share capital is also known as registered share capital or nominal share capital. So you have to see in the trial balance how much is the authorized or registered share capital. So it is given as 30,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each. It is considered to be authorized share capital. So that amount from the trial balance, it will get transferred in schedule number 1, share capital. You can see in the schedule number 1, I have written it. 30,000 equity shares of 100 each is considered as 3 lakh in the outer column. With a double line you will write. Why it is considered to be double line? Because it is registered or authorized or nominal capital. Then further you have to continue that schedule. In that you will write issued, subscribed and called up capital. So that again, that amount you have to take it from the trial balance. You have to see in the trial balance as it was 30,000 equity shares and the remaining was 50 paid up. So that 50 paid up is considered to be issued share capital. So you have to multiply that 30,000 into 50 each as paid up, and that will give you 15 lakh in the schedule first share capital. I hope you have understood. So after doing this, you have to total schedule number, share capital, schedule number 1, and you get 15 lakh. That 15 lakh will come down and that 15 lakh will go in schedule number 1 in front of balance sheet. Now we continue with the schedule number 2. Schedule number 2 is known as reserve and surplus. Under that, as usual, we have made the column particulars and amount. Under that, statutory reserve fund will be there. This statutory reserve fund, you have to take it from the trial balance which is given. You have to search that statutory reserve fund. It is given as 1,27,500. That one you have to take it over here in the schedule number 2 as reserve and surplus. In the inner column you will write it and keep. Then you have to write plus addition. This addition you have to keep it temporary stop. You have to stop it because you have to solve it later on when we complete with all the schedules. Just keep it as a separate, stop it till statutory reserve fund, and 20% you have to write there and keep. So this schedule number 2 will be solved, means reserve and surplus will be solved in the last. So we complete with this schedule number 1 complete, and schedule number 2 is kept for temporary stopped. Now the next slide is schedule number 3, that is nothing but deposits. Deposits is also known as account. So you have to check in the trial balance if any kind of deposits or any kind of account is given. It is already there. Current deposit account 32,16,000, fixed deposit account 35,14,500, saving bank account 16,60,500. So all these three are acting as deposits, or all these three are acting as accounts. So you have to add all and you get the answer total as 83,91,000. This amount will be transferred in the balance sheet in front of schedule number 3, that is deposits. Okay, now go in schedule number 4 again in our schedules. The fourth schedule is nothing but borrowings. Anything which is related to borrowings in India or outside India will come here. Since this is not there in the trial balance borrowings, so it is considered to be nil. So we have taken in schedule number 4 borrowings as nil. Now we start with the schedule number 5. It's nothing but other liabilities and provisions. Again you have to make the same columns, particulars and amount. The first is rebate on bills discounted. Now rebate on bills discounted will be given in the adjustment. You have to go in the adjustment. In adjustment number first, it is rebate on bills discounted as 10,650. That adjustment will come in the solution in schedule number 5. Take it there. Now again, next one will be provision for taxation. You have to see in the adjustment if anywhere provision for taxation is given or not. It is given in the adjustment 5. Please check. 11,250 is given in adjustment 5 as provision for taxation. You have to take that also. Any liability or any provision is there, it will come in schedule number 5. You have to keep that in mind. So you will add it both and you get 10,650 plus 11,250. You add both and you get 21,900. So that is nothing but schedule number 5. That total you will transfer in balance sheet in front of schedule number 5, other liabilities and provision, 21,900. Now next schedule is schedule number 6. The heading of the schedule is cash in hand and balance with RBI. RBI means Reserve Bank of India. Any cash transactions which are related to Reserve Bank of India will come in schedule number 6. So you have to check in the trial balance if any cash in hand is given or cash at bank is given. It is already there, cash in hand 3,10,500. From the trial balance you will transfer in schedule number 6 and you add schedule number 6. You get the total 3,10,500. This schedule number 6 will get transferred in balance sheet in front of schedule 3,10,500. Now next is schedule number 7. The heading of the schedule number 7 is cash with other banks and money at call and short notice. Now always remember in schedule number 7, any cash transactions which is done with other banks, it can be in the form of ICICI Bank or IDBI Bank or SBI, any other banks cash transactions as well as money at call and short notice, if it's given in the trial balance, you have to take it here. Since in this trial balance there is nothing given like that, so you are writing it as nil in schedule number 7. Now next schedule is schedule number 8. It is nothing but investments. Investment, you have to check it in the trial balance. 6% government bonds. You have to see in the trial balance if any investment is given to you. It's nothing but 6% government bonds. See that it's given 15,60,000. That amount will get transferred over here and you write it over here. See any other investment is given. Shares in companies is also a kind of an investment which is given. So shares in companies, check it in the trial balance. It is given as 12 lakh and you are taking that 12 lakh in schedule number 8. So when you add both 15,60,000, that is government bonds, as well as shares in companies which is 12 lakh, when we add both you get 27,60,000 and that is the total of schedule number 8. So schedule number 7 and schedule number 8 you will take it in the balance sheet and in front of that you will write the amount. In schedule 7 it is nil and in schedule 8 it is 27,60,000 in front of balance sheet. Now we start with the schedule number 9. Its heading is advances, particulars and amount. We know that in advances different items are coming. First is bills discounted and purchased. This amount you have to check it from the trial balance. So you can see in that in trial balance it is bills discounted and purchased 1,05,000. So that amount will be transferred in the schedule number 9. Again go further. Always remember in schedule number 9, loans, cash, credit and overdraft will come. The other name of loans, cash, credit and overdraft is nothing but loans and advances. So it is given loans, cash, credit and overdraft in the trial balance. The amount is already given 45,73,500 it is given. So that one we have taken and you have to minus RDD. RDD full form is Reserve for Doubtful Debts or the other name is Provision for Bad and Doubtful Debts. So that is also given in the adjustment RDD. You can go through the adjustment, students. It is in adjustment number 2nd. Provide 57,750 for doubtful debts. That is nothing but RDD. So you have to deduct that with the loans, cash, credit and overdraft in the schedule 9, and you get the answer as 45,15,750. I hope you have got it. It is always done like this calculation. When we add both schedule 9, we'll add the total 1,05,000 plus 45,15,750. We add both and you get the total answer as 46,16,250. So that total you'll write in schedule 9, the total, and that total will get transferred in balance sheet in front of advances, schedule 9. The next schedule is schedule number 10 is fixed assets. Once again, schedule number 10 is fixed assets. We know that fixed assets consists of premises, furniture, any kind of computer equipments. So you have to check in the trial balance if any fixed asset transaction is given, as well as any adjustment related to that is given. So we can see in the trial balance there is a premises amount given to you. Please see in the trial balance, premises is given as 25,54,500. Again, premises amount is given how much? 25,54,500, and you minus it with the help of depreciation, which is given in the adjustment of premises. You can see the adjustment number 4th. Please go in adjustment number 4th. Provide depreciation on premises rupees 1,09,500. So that amount will get deducted in schedule number 10 with the help of premises. You deduct it both and you get the answer as 24,45,000 in schedule number 10 as premises. Now same thing you have to do with the furniture. Furniture is given in the trial balance as 1,28,850. You will minus that depreciation which is given in adjustment number 4th, and that is 8,850. You deduct both and you get the answer in the outer column in schedule 10 of furniture as 1,20,000. I hope you have understood how to deduct it, the fixed assets with the help of depreciation, and you get the total fixed asset as 25,65,000, the total of fixed assets schedule number 10. This amount will get transferred in balance sheet in front of schedule number 10. Okay, now go in schedule number 11. It is nothing but other assets. In other assets, you have to see if anything which I have given you in formats is given or not. You can see branch adjustment account is given to you. Branch adjustment account, it is given as 3,06,000. You can transfer that from the trial balance in other asset in schedule number 11. Again, there is unexpired insurance. Unexpired insurance is also known as prepaid insurance, and that is also given in the trial balance. You can see unexpired insurance is 4,050 rupees. So you take that. Any other thing, if it is there related to schedule 11, you will take it. Since it is not given, only these two items are given. You are adding both and you get 3,10,050 rupees as schedule number 11 as other asset. You are transferring this amount, total amount, in balance sheet in schedule in front of schedule number 11. Now we start with the schedule number 12. It's nothing but contingent liability. Again, you have to make the column particulars and amount. You have to see in the adjustment for schedule 12. Please see in the adjustment is if there anything is given related to contingent liability. Okay, so now you can see in the adjustment number 3rd, everyone. Please check adjustment number 3rd. The bank has accepted bills worth rupees 3,75,000 on behalf of the customers against the securities of rupees 4,65,000 lodged with the bank. Always remember, in contingent liability, any kind of acceptance or endorsement or any kind of obligation will come. Now, since in schedule number 3, the actual accepted bill was 3,75,000 on behalf of the customers. So that accepted bill will come in schedule number 12 as under contingent liability as acceptance. So we have taken that. The lodged amount will not come because that was not accepted. The actual amount was acceptance was 3,75,000. So you will take that in schedule number 12 as contingent liability under that acceptance, and you get the total as 3,75,000. This total amount will go in front of balance sheet under schedule 12. Okay, remember this. So now we have completed till now from schedule 1 to schedule 12. That was under form A under balance sheet. Now we are starting from schedule 13. We are starting the form B, that is nothing but profit and loss account. For that schedule 13 it is starting. Schedule 13 is nothing but interest earned. We are making the columns. Under that, interest and discount, if it's given in the trial balance, you will take it. Since it is given as 10,56,000, you are taking that. Okay. After taking that, you will deduct any rebate on bills discount if it's given in the adjustment. Since rebate on bills discount is given in adjustment number first, 10,650, you will minus that with the interest and discount. After minusing both, you get 10,45,350. You will deduct both and you will take it in schedule 13 as interest earned, and the total amount is 10,45,350. This will go in form B in front of schedule number 13 as interest earned in P&L. Okay. Now the next schedule is schedule 14. It is also known as other income. In that, if any kind of income is received or any commission is there, you have to take it. Since it is given commission and exchange in the trial balance as 3,04,500, you have to take it from the trial balance commission and exchange in the schedule number 14 other income, and you total the amount and you get 3,04,500. This amount will get transferred in form B under other income, 3,04,500. Now the last slide is schedule number 15. Next schedule is schedule 15, that is nothing but interest expended. Under that, if any interest paid is given in the trial balance, you will take it. It is given already in trial balance, interest paid as 6,600,000 rupees. So you take that amount and you total 6,600,000. Now go in schedule number 16. It is nothing but operating expenses. Under that, payment and provisions for employees' salary. Salary is a kind of a payment which is given in the trial balance. You will take that amount and transfer in schedule 16, 1,17,300. Then there is printing and stationery, which is acting as operating expense. Again, from the trial balance you are transferring 10,350. Again, there is a depreciation on premises and furniture, which we have solved in schedule 10. From there, the depreciation amounts will get transferred. That is 1 lakh. That is premises of it is 1,09,500, and furniture is 8,850. You plus both and you take it in outer column as 11,08,350. Then director's fees is given also in trial balance, 13,950. Auditor's fees is given as 13,200. Law charges is given 7,950. Provident fund contribution is also given in trial balance, 16,800. These all are nothing but operating expenses. It will come in schedule 16. These all I have given you the formats in the previous lectures. From that you have to do accordingly. The total of schedule 16 operating expenses is 2,81,800. You total it and you take it in form B in front of schedule 16. Now we continue form B. We have completed till now the balance sheet schedule from schedule 1 to schedule 12. Then we started with the form B as profit and loss from schedule 13 to schedule 16. Now we have to continue this form B schedule, that is P&L. We have to continue till 16 we have completed. Now further what will come? It will come as provision and contingencies. In that two things comes, RDD and provision for taxation. So RDD is also given in adjustment. 57,750 plus provision for taxation is given as 11,250. You have to plus these two and you get 69,000 in the form B, P&L, profit and loss. Okay. Now, after doing this much, go in form B again, under income, schedule number 13 and 14, you add both, you get as A, you can see schedule number 13 in form B, 10,45,350, and other income is schedule number 14 is 3,04,500. You're plus, you're adding these two and you're getting as A as 13,49,850. That is nothing but total A. Now go in second, expenditure, under that interest expenditure is given 15, 6,600 we got, operating expenses we got 16, 2,81,800, and then we are getting provision and contingencies as 69,000. These three we will add and you get total as B, 9,50,700. We got total A as well as total B, and the third one is profit and loss. In that, under that we have just written it and kept net profit for the current year, A minus B. Now you have to minus both. A we got as 13,49,850 and B we got 9,50,700. You are deducting both, you are minusing both, and you are getting 3,99,150. Then continue form B again, last year profit and loss, which is already given in the trial balance as 1,22,250. You have taken that also. So now third part we are adding both, 3,99,150 plus 1,22,250. After adding both, you get the total as 5,21,400. So we finish with 1, 2 and 3 in form B. Now fourth one is considered as appropriations. Under that we have written as transfer to statutory reserve fund. In the bracket you can see it's written as 3,99,150. This is nothing but current year net profit, A minus B, which one we solved from third P&L. Okay, on that 20% statutory reserve, that is company's rule, you have to take out and you get 79,830. Then you are taking down balance carried to balance sheet, you have to minus both. You can see 5,21,400 minus 79,830. You deduct both, you minus both, and you get 4,41,570. So that is nothing but balance carried to balance sheet. Then you have to total fourth appropriation, 79,830 plus 4,41,570. You add both and you get 5,21,400. You are after adding both. So we completed with form B. So please remember, we have stopped the schedule number 2 for temporary period. I hope you have remembered previous when we were solving schedules, I told you to stop schedule number 2 for temporary period, reserve and surplus. So why we have stopped this? Because we have to transfer from profit and loss from the appropriation. So now you can see in statutory reserve fund, addition I have written, and 3,99,150. This amount you got it from current year profit, net profit, A minus B, which one we did, 3,99,150. On that 20% we take out, that is the company's rule on fund. So you get 79,830. You add both, 1,27,500 plus 79,830. That is from schedule number 2. We add both, you get 2,07,330. Then again balance carried to in P&L, you got it, which when we solved in appropriation down, you can see balance carried to balance sheet, 4,41,570. That amount you will transfer it in reserve 2, in schedule number 2, that is reserve and surplus, 4,41,570. After transferring that, then you have to total schedule number 2, 2,07,330 plus 4,41,570. You add both and you get 6,48,900. This schedule number 2 will go in front of form A under reserve and surplus, 6,48,900. Always remember, schedule 2 is always done last. It is done in last calculation. After completion of this, all schedules with the balance sheet and P&L, you have to tally the balance sheet, because balance sheet is telling about the financial position. Okay, so from schedule 1 to schedule 5 you will total, and then from schedule 6 to schedule 12 you will total in Form A. The balance sheet total should tally. It means your bank limited is right and you have earned, it is a profitable bank. Thank you.